Have you ever noticed how life can feel more successful on paper, yet somehow more financially fragile in reality? You earn more than you did a few years ago, your apartment is nicer, your phone is newer, your car is more comfortable, and yet, despite all of that, you don't feel meaningfully ahead. Not relaxed, not secure, not free, just busier, more committed, and quietly dependent on the next paycheck. This isn't a personal failure, and it's not about discipline or motivation. It's about how modern lifestyle upgrades work, and why they feel like progress while quietly slowing you down financially. Let's start with a very normal scenario. Imagine someone in their late 20s or early 30s. They live in the United States or Europe. They have a degree, a stable job, nothing flashy. They earn, say, $65,000 a year in the US, or around 45,000 to 50,000 euros in parts of Europe. After taxes, healthcare, and mandatory contributions, their monthly take-home pay is roughly $3,800 or 2,700 to 3,000 euros. This is not poverty. This is not wealth. This is the modern middle. Now let's look at where that money actually goes. Rent or mortgage takes around $1,400. Utilities, internet, phone, another $250. Groceries and basic food, $500. So before lifestyle choices even enter the picture, more than half the income is already committed.
Then come the upgrades. A car that feels reasonable at $450 a month because public transport is inconvenient, or because everyone else at work drives something similar. A phone payment at $70 a month, bundled into a plan that quietly never ends. A few subscriptions, streaming, cloud storage, maybe a fitness app, another $80. Occasional dining out, delivery, coffee that doesn't feel extravagant, $300. And suddenly, the math tightens. There's still money left, but not much margin. Savings feel optional, investing feels abstract, and any unexpected expense, medical, travel, family, goes straight to a credit card. From the outside, life looks upgraded. From the inside, it feels fragile. And this is where the misunderstanding begins. The hidden mistake most people make is not overspending, it's upgrading commitments instead of capacity. When income increases, lifestyle upgrades don't arrive as one big reckless decision. They arrive quietly, one justified improvement at a time. A slightly better apartment because the old one felt temporary. A car because it saves time. Better clothes because appearance matters at work. Each choice feels rational in isolation. The problem isn't the purchase. The problem is the permanence. Most lifestyle upgrades are not one-time costs. They are long-term obligations. Rent resets your baseline every month. Car payments lock you in for years. Subscriptions auto-renew silently. So when your income goes up by, say, $800 a month, but your fixed commitments increase by $650, you didn't really get richer.
You just made your life more expensive to maintain. Now let's look at the math most people never run. Take that $450 car payment. On the surface, it feels manageable, but over 5 years, that's $27,000 before insurance, fuel, or maintenance. Now imagine that same $450 invested monthly with a modest long-term return. Over 30 years, that one normal car decision can represent hundreds of thousands in opportunity cost. Not because investing is magical, but because time compounds quietly, just like expenses do. Lifestyle inflation compounds too, just in the opposite direction. So why do intelligent, educated people keep making this trade? The answer isn't ignorance, it's psychology. Human brains are wired to value visible improvement over invisible security. A nicer apartment gives instant feedback. A better car feels like progress you can touch. But financial stability is invisible. There's no daily signal telling you that your future just got safer, so the brain naturally prioritizes what it can feel now. There's also social calibration. We don't compare ourselves to billionaires, we compare ourselves to coworkers, friends, and people online who seem just slightly ahead. If everyone around you upgrades when their income rises, staying the same feels like falling behind, even if you're actually getting stronger financially. This creates a quiet pressure to match lifestyles, not net worths.
And modern systems are designed to support this behavior. Easy credit, buy now, pay later. EMIs that frame cost as per month, never total. The system doesn't need you to overspend. It just needs you to normalize long-term commitments. Here's the long-term impact if this pattern continues. As income rises, expenses rise almost in parallel. Savings stay flat. Investing is delayed. You become more financially sophisticated, but no more financially flexible. You earn well, but quitting a bad job feels impossible. Taking a career risk feels irresponsible. Time feels expensive. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your lifestyle requires constant income. This is how people end up earning more in their 40s than their 20s, yet feeling more trapped. Now, let's shift perspective. Financially intelligent people don't reject comfort. They reject automatic upgrades. They understand that money has two roles. One is to improve life now, the other is to reduce dependency later. They delay lifestyle upgrades not out of deprivation, but strategy. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this monthly payment?" they ask, "What future options does this remove?" They see surplus income as temporary leverage, not permanent spending power. When their income rises, they let savings and investments rise first before lifestyle, not forever.
Just long enough to create margin. Margin is what creates calm. Margin is what creates choice. And here's the key idea most people miss. Real financial progress often feels boring. No one notices when you don't upgrade your car. No one congratulates you for keeping fixed costs low. But 5 or 10 years later, the difference becomes obvious. Not in possessions, but in freedom. The ability to say no. The ability to slow down. The ability to think long-term. That's what lifestyle upgrades quietly trade away when done too early. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Most people are not failing financially. They are simply following a system that rewards appearance over resilience. Once you see that clearly, your decisions naturally change, without force, without fear. If this perspective helped you think a little more clearly about money and progress, consider subscribing to the channel. No hype here, just calm, honest conversations about how money actually works in real life. That's all for today.